Hello guys, Rae here, welcome back. So there is a story. A white headmaster forced an 11-year-old black student to kneel and apologize to his teacher because that is the African way of apologizing and asking for forgiveness. So this headmaster is from a school called St. Martin de Porres Marinesinist School in New York. And the boy is in 6th grade. He's called Trayson Paul and he is of Haitian descent. So according to the boy's mother, Trayson was in the English class when he finished his assignment. After finishing it, he started on a different task to get ahead. So that's when the teacher scolded him for doing a wrong assignment, and then the teacher took him to the headmaster's office because he had done the wrong assignment, and then the headmaster told him to apologize to the teacher by kneeling down and seeking for forgiveness because that is the African way of apologizing. So the mother says this rubbed her in a wrong manner, and he thinks he was treated like this because of his skin color. So her son, who is always, lively, outgoing, very social, has now become very reserved and he is seeing a therapist. So the headmaster is called Patrick Holian, and after this he was placed on leave, and then he later decided to resign from the school. So this story has a problem in the first place, and it starts with this teacher because this is a student who has done his assignment. He thinks he has already finished his work and is trying to get ahead of the rest, So he is a good student who is doing his work. The only problem is he happened to have done the wrong assignment. So I don't think he deserves to be punished or to be taken to the headmaster in the first place, because what has he done, The teacher could have just said, oh, okay, so I see you happen to do the wrong thing, so just redo it. So why did the teacher feel the need to take the student to the headmaster? That's the first thing. Secondly, why would the headmaster tell the student to kneel and apologize if that's not the culture in the school, Why does that student need to apologize the African way if the rest of the students are not apologizing in such manner? In Africa, I know some cultures do kneel and some cultures don't kneel. It depends where you're coming from in Africa. It depends on your tribe for the most part, not even the entire country, but just the tribe. Even some tribes kneel and some tribes don't kneel, even within the same country. So there is a problem with this, So yes, sometimes in African schools, kids can kneel for the teachers. It's a sign of respect, depending on the situation and the scenario. It can also be a sign of love, within a relationship. For some cultures, not for everyone. So you have to place it in context, So in Africa, if kids kneel before teachers, these are black teachers, black kids, it's the way of apologizing, it's their thing, that's it. But this is a whole different context, whole different environment, whole different scenarios, so it just doesn't fit. It is very, very wrong, It comes off like the headmaster is trying to demean the boy, disrespect him and put him down and make him feel bad, like, okay, this is like the worst punishment to give you, and it has to be like an African punishment. That's how it comes off, like, do it the African way. It just comes off so wrong, by this headmaster, the way he's trying to treat this boy. So, more to that, I think parents, yes, headmasters and teachers, they are professionals, they are trained, they get paid to do the job. But at the end of the day, if people just have human differences, some people just won't like you for your skin tone, the way you look like. They won't look at your kids the same, If it doesn't matter if they have 1,000 degrees, they just won't. They just won't look at your kids the same, They won't look at them as if they were looking at their own kids. And that's why you would find adults who have professionals, this is a headmaster, he's a leader, he's meant to be exemplary, treating minors like this. Why? Because they think this is just a different person, It's just how it is. So it's very important, for parents to know, put your kids in a school where there is people who look like you, or teachers who look like you, because you will minimize the risks of your kids being treated in certain horrible ways. The other day we saw a white teacher who made a kid like do some nasty stuff in the toilet, like a 5-year-old. Why would something like that happen, you know? Because the teacher looks at the kid differently, you know? If it's a kid who looks like the same, you know, with a teacher, you know, same skin color, I believe there wouldn't be a problem. So some of these problems, you just have to avoid them by putting the kids in the right environment. That's just what I think. Good enough the headmaster decided to resign by himself, because he better be ashamed of what he did, you know. If you are a headmaster, you are an adult, you're supposed to be exemplary, a leader of a school. So whatever he hasn't learned by this point about handling students and doing what he's supposed to do, then he won't learn it, I do believe. So if he has resigned, then he is right to resign. You know, he can go and do something else, because clearly dealing with students is not his thing. He just can't do it. He has failed. You know, that's what this shows him. That's what this shows. But anyways, share your thoughts in the comment section and let us know what you think about this story. And you check out my YouTube channel at Rae Kembabazi, my channel at Rae Kembabazi, and we shall see you on the next story.